I get it. Public speaking can be one of the most nerve-wracking things you could ever do. Listen, it's the number one fear in America and most other parts of the world. Most people would rather go on a scary roller coaster or get bitten by a spider or go to the hospital or even get shot than have to give a presentation. But what if I were to tell you that if you just followed a couple of simple strategies, you could go from anxiety to excitement and enthusiasm about your next presentation? Let's jump in. You know it is. It's Dr. Delatorro. First thing I want you to understand is that if you want to give a better presentation, my friend, you have to change your language. And what I mean by that is 99.9% of the time, when people have to give a presentation, you know the first thing they say out of their mouth? I'm nervous. And as soon as you say, I'm nervous, and you release that word, remember, words have power, and words are energy. The moment you release, I am nervous, okay? Just like if I was to say, hey, I am Delatorro, I am speaks to someone's identity. And we have a psychological human need to behave consistent with our identity. So if I go around saying, hey, I'm a smoker, then guess what? The expectation is for me to smoke. Or I'm a CEO, the expectation is for me to take actions consistent with my identity. So when you say I am nervous, right? Only thing that you can begin to attract to yourself is more what? Stuff to be nervous about, right? So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to get rid of all of that I am nervous languaging that we tend to use, and I want you to shift over to something different. I want you to, from now on, when you feel that physiological response to the fact that you have to give a presentation kind of antsing up on you a little bit, I want you to say this instead. Instead of saying I'm nervous, I want you to say I have a healthy anticipation of an incredible outcome, right? I have a healthy anticipation of an incredible outcome. I have a HAOIO. Every single time you have to give that presentation, and before you go in and people say, how you feeling? Say, I got an HAOIO. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Change your language. Change what you say about it. Because as soon as you say, I'm excited, I'm pumped, I'm ready, this is going to be amazing, all those words go out into the universe and they go out into life and they create the circumstance that now you get a chance to manifest and experience. Step number 2, you got to practice. If you want to get rid of anxiety when you give a presentation, then don't practice during a performance, all right? Because by the time to do the gig, you got to be in show mode, right? So the best way for you to practice your presentation when it doesn't count is to join Toastmasters, my friends. Go to www.toastmasters.org. I'm not a paid ambassador or an affiliate, right? But go to toastmasters.org and find a Toastmasters club in your city and start attending meetings on a regular basis. It's going to give you a chance to practice your presentation in small group environments, in small chunks at a time, and they're going to help you get better in so many different areas of your presenting. And the more you get a chance to practice in those small environments when it doesn't count, when it's time for you to go out and do the big thing, you don't have anxiety, because now you're pumped, you're prepared, you're ready. You've put in the reps to deliver that incredible presentation and do it masterfully. Number 3, focus on them. One of the number one things that I see goes wrong with most people who are giving presentations and why they feel so much angst and anxiety around said presentation is because they're focusing too much on themselves. And this could be happening to you. Let me ask you a question. Do you say, how do I look? I wonder, how do I sound? I wonder what people are going to think of my presentation. I wonder if they're going to like my jokes. I wonder if they're going to like my story at the end. What's the problem with all of that stuff? It's too focused on you. And when the focus is on you, of course you're going to be nervous, because guess what? There's microscopes coming right at you. Get rid of that, my friend. Focus on them. What do people need to learn versus just what they want to learn from your presentation? Once they apply the things that you teach them, man, it's a game changer. Does that make sense? So focus on the audience and not you as a speaker. So get the focus off yourself, because the more you focus on yourself, the more things we find wrong with ourselves when we focus too much on ourselves. Does that make sense? Take the focus off yourself and put it on your audience. You'll be amazed. And you know, traditional Dr. Delatorro style, I got a bonus for you. So I want you to do these 3 things. And the last one is music. That's right. Hey, music, right? Do you know that they say that music is the #1 atmosphere shifter in the world? We all know this to be true, right? How many of y'all have ever been out at a party or at some function or some event and the DJ plays a bad song, everybody clears the dance floor, right? As soon as they play an amazing song, everybody floods the dance floor, right? Music, and we see it in movies and talk shows all the time, right? Music is always that invisible character in a movie. It's that invisible star of that show, right? Because as soon as the mood changes in the scene, in the dialogue between 2 characters in a movie or a show, what also changes? The music. Yeah. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to find some music. I want you to find a theme song or a couple of theme songs and create yourself a little playlist on your phone. And before you go into that next presentation, I want you to play that stuff in your ears. Maybe it's the mix you listen to when you're at the gym. Maybe it's something that you listen to as you get ready to go to sleep. Maybe it's something that you listen to as you go walk the beach. I don't care where you pull this music from, but I want you to find music that puts you what's called in peak state, puts you in the zone, says, I'm ready to make this thing happen. Find whatever that music is, play that a couple minutes before you got to give your presentation. My friend, you will radically shift from anxiety to I'm about to shut the building down. You've got what it takes to make it happen. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Know that I'm somewhere believing in your success. Peace. Hey, I hope you're enjoying this video. Listen, if you know that you need to deliver strong sales presentations in order to explode your revenue, you better go ahead and register right now for our brand new online course. It's called Crush Your Sales. It's powerful, persuasive presentation skills for sales professionals and entrepreneurs. Cannot wait to work with you.